So the song I'm going to open this second set with, I thought I had Alzheimer's. I couldn't get it off the page. I was working and working and working. I finally got it off the page, but it was a piece of workout. And it's by a fellow named Dylan Buston from the East Coast, written in 1983. I heard it 40 years ago. Larry Hanks. How many of you guys remember Larry Hanks from the library over in Bellingham? Great deep voice and nice arrangements on guitar. Larry Hanks sang this song. I went crazy for it. I got the words. I started trying to learn. I couldn't figure out how to syllabicate it. And then I put it in my file. I got a file that says, put in show. And it's all these tunes that I've gathered up that I think if I could learn them, they'd be good in my show. Well, every year for the last 40 years, I'd pull that damn file out and I'd go through that song one more time for an hour or two and still couldn't syllabicate it right. And then my bandmate, Jeff. Some of you bought a few of the last of the Woodland Dream, that trio there, CD. Jeff, the guy that playing the mandolin, he sat down with me, and in a half an hour he showed me the trick, how to syllabicate this. So here it is, finally, after 40 years, this thing sat on the back burner, and finally here it is. This is called More Wood. Yeah, see, is that right? In the fall of the year when you feel the winter near and the days aren't clear, it surely isn't good to sit by the fire. I want to stoke it higher when you should be cutting more wood. From November to March, the winter winds are harsh, so the ribs and the rocks, they climb down the snow and you trudge to the shed. You have to shake your head because the dad blame pile's getting low. On wood, hardwood, firewood, dry wood, there's not a stove in the world gonna do you any good without wood, stove, wood. We could, you should be out cutting more wood. When the kindling is dwindling, the bottom logs get soggy, those ricks and sticks and racks and stacks, and makes you wonder where they go. And barnfuls of armfuls, they only last a week or so, and then you'll be hurting for wood. Well, the sassafras, it burns too fast, it starts the fire, but never let swamp oak lights the smoke, you blow it till you think you choke. But hickory's just a tree to remind you of the ecstasy of having a pile of good wood. I said, wood, hardwood, firewood, dry wood. There's not a stove in the world gonna do you any good without wood, stove, wood. We could, you should be out cutting more wood. Well, the Scandia and Yodelbrand are made so far across the sea. The Timberline and Timberline are made here in the country. With all the rest put to the test, the one I like the best is the one my Uncle Wadey made for me. He took an oil drum and welded some piping from a septic tank, and for an amp he cut a drum, and then he made a damper crate from an old broom in the back room and painted it fire engine red and said, now watch her consume your wood, hardwood, firewood, dry wood. There's not a stove in the world gonna do you any good without wood, stove, wood. We could, you should be out cutting more wood. When the spring rolls around and I fade to muddy ground, I have often found I lay my saw away, the shed is empty, and yet you can make a bet that I'll forget to be cutting more wood. Well, the old timer said to split a little every day and start get away the season. Well, but from March to November, I rarely do remember that December will find me in a rut. Without wood, hardwood, firewood, dry wood, there's not a stove in the world gonna do you any good. Without wood, stove, wood, we could, you should be out cutting more. Stack it in the oil drum. What do you think the saw is for? You can always use some more wood.